trip to North Korea could be fucking amazing. Honey, they're all bored of going to the south of France. They're bored. A fun novelty trip to North Korea could be fucking amazing. Getting married in North Korea, proposing to your wife in front of this big fountain with a bunch of guards with guns, and that's the wedding photo? Proposing in North Korea, cool. LOL, how the world has changed. They can do it. They can do it. You don't have to Disney-fy it. You can just lean in to the cold, creepy, industrial thing that they have. I think a lot of people would end up into it. You'll kind of end up into it. It's this country, it's run by this one family that's kind of feuding all the time. And it's total absolute fascism. Like you'll be disappeared. So as long as I'm not afraid of that, I like empty spaces. I like places that are not crowded. And that is North Korea, to be honest. Florida at spring break, not for me. North Korea, I love it. I love it. Just the sound of a fork and knife hitting a plate and nothing else. The one thing they've done is they've created a space for reflection. And I think that's what North Korea should kind of lean into. We've created a space for reflection. All these people go to these spas. They go to these spas. For what? For quiet? Can you get more quiet than North Korea? This could be a new modern spa for people that want to reflect. And North Korea will say, if any of our residents leave their buildings, we kill them in the street. You will never hear anything. We are the quietest place. You want to reflect? White lady from Santa Barbara? Come to North Korea. It will be quiet. No one will bother you. No one will we promise you, no one will you will hear nothing. You will hear absolutely nothing. You'll be able to luxuriate, whatever the version of that is, but you'll be able to walk around our completely empty cities. It's your city now. It is a completely empty city. It'll just be the military junta and you. And if you can take a girls' trip where it is a completely empty city, it's a completely empty city and it's just you, and there's no lines. The vacations are, and it's nightmare. Lines. Did you book the thing? Did you book the boat? Did you book the thing? Picture. Is North Korea a continent? No, but it's a country. Picture an entire country that has been cleansed for you. The people are on their best behavior there. They're on their best behavior. They are not going to be a problem. They're not going to be... They are just there to fade into the background and to let you enjoy the country. It's kind of the perfect country to travel to. And I bet there's Google North Korea pretty things. Are there pretty nice things there? See the mountains? Are there mountains? I bet it has beauty. I bet there's beauty.
It's the statues of Women's Day.
But by the way, it's a great photo op. But do you see, these empty cities are selling me. They are selling it for me. Totally empty cities, totally abandoned empty cities where people are afraid to go because they will be captured by the military junta is a nice vacation. That is a nice vacation. And Americans will not ask where everyone is. This is how selfish we are. We will be the only group. Other people will go, where are all the people? Not us. Not us. Let us in. Let us in. I know you don't want to because we're like, whatever, about to go to nuclear war. Let the people in. We will not comment on what you do. Americans do not care. When we go on a vacation, you could be doing a genocide 15 minutes down the road. If it is not in front of us at our resort, we don't care. We do not care. In fact, we will not care if the waiter from yesterday was macheted on the way in. And they said that to us. They go, yeah, well, I know you like the waiter. It's just so sad, him and his family were hacked up by rebel forces last night. We go, that's terrible. That's terrible. So let me ask you, can we do breakfast on the beach? Could you bring the chairs down? Is that too much of an inconvenience? We don't care. We don't care. You're not letting in Americans. That's a bad move. You want to let in a group of people that doesn't give a shit what you're doing to your own people. And there's nobody that will play along better than the United States. There's no travelers you would want more than fat American travelers who are more than willing to spend their money, and they will not care what you do to your people. In fact, they will come home and say, we should do that to people here. They will appreciate it. They will appreciate this. People talk about the Singapore caning in this country, only positive. I've never heard one person say anything negative about the caning in Singapore. Everybody that has heard of the caning or has seen the caning, it is all positive. Americans they'll go to North Korea and go, I like what they do over there. I'm telling you, they will come back and they will sit in a Denny's and they will tell their friend, you know, people say a lot about that government, but it's nice and quiet. And everybody minds their business over there. That's what you want. You don't want meddling Europeans that are blathering about human rights or something. You want Americans to come in and enjoy your empty cities and speak highly of how you torture your own people. That's what you want, and that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. We will go to your dictatorship. We will thank you. We will take pictures in your vast open spaces, and we will come back and go, you know what? You got a few things figured out over there. Hello Fresh. You get free breakfast for life? Is this true? I can't even imagine how generous they're being as a company, my listeners. Generosity is a human being. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code TIMD at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com, and use the code TIMD. Say ho, ho, ho to a well-groomed mistletoe with Manscaped. Southwest Airlines has debuted their Customer of Size program, where if you are a fatty bunbatty, you can get an extra seat on one of their planes. Now, obviously, the people who travel Southwest are, there's no first class. They are getting a good deal, but now there is a customer of size policy, meaning if you are a fatty bunbatty, you can go and demand an extra seat at no charge from the people at Southwest, which is interesting, right? Because the way that they make money is by selling their seats. And if you are fat now, you can demand that they lose money on a seat if your girth hangs into that seat. You can demand it. You can demand it of them. And they are offering it. They want to win the business of the fats. Southwest is coming out and going, many of the people that take our planes are morbidly obese. We need to keep winning them over. The armrest is the definitive gauge for a customer of size. It serves as the boundary between seats. If you're unable to lower both armrests and or encroach upon any portion of a seat next to you, you need a second seat. You need a second seat. What can I expect during boarding if I'm a customer of size? If you have an extra seat boarding document, you need a boarding document, like North Korea. If you have an extra seat boarding document, you can choose to pre-board to select seats that best meet your needs. You can also choose to board with your original boarding group and position. Once on board, if necessary, please request a seatbelt extension for our flight attendants. Can you ensure no one takes the seat beside me if I've secured a second seat? Unfortunately, no. We encourage you to pre-board to locate adequate seating and place the seat reserve document in the adjacent seat. Our ground operations and in-flight employees communicate about customers' needs, and if you need seating assistance, you should. So they're going to give you you get on a plane. They go, hey, Piglet. And they give you a thing that says seat reserved. You go on the plane. You're sitting in the seat. You're a